Have you ever chased success, only to find it elusive, like a phantom just beyond your grasp? We yearn for a reliable path, a guiding principle that cuts through the noise and promises genuine achievement. Many feel lost in a sea of fleeting trends and complex strategies, wondering if there's a simpler, more profound way. What if such a path existed, an ancient rule, time-tested and profound, that could fundamentally change your journey towards your goals? A rule so potent that its diligent application almost guarantees forward movement and ultimately success. This isn't about quick fixes, but about an enduring truth. Our guide to this timeless principle is Confucius, the great philosopher whose wisdom has shaped civilizations for millennia. He wasn't a merchant of secrets, but a teacher of practical ethics and enduring human truths. His insights offer not shortcuts, but solid foundations for a life of purpose and achievement. Confucius observed human nature and the workings of the world with keen insight. He understood that lasting success isn't born from sporadic bursts of effort or sheer luck, but from something far more reliable, something within our own control. This understanding forms the bedrock of his guaranteed rule. So what is this ancient rule? It is deceptively simple yet profoundly powerful. Confucius taught, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." This is the essence, the unwavering commitment to continuous progress, however incremental. Why is this principle a guarantee? Because consistent action aligned with a purpose creates undeniable momentum. It's like water carving through stone, not by its force in a single moment, but by its persistence over time. This is a law of nature and a law of success. The first part of the rule, "It does not matter how slowly you go," is liberating. It frees us from the tyranny of comparing our pace to others. So often, we get discouraged if we're not achieving results as quickly as we'd like, or as quickly as someone else appears to be. Confucius recognized that everyone has their own rhythm, their own capacity at any given time. The pressure to be fast can lead to burnout, mistakes, and ultimately, abandonment of the goal. This rule gives us permission to honor our own pace. Imagine building a great cathedral. Each stone laid, however small, contributes to the final magnificent structure. No single stone seems significant on its own, but their accumulation, their consistent placement, creates something awe-inspiring. Your efforts are those stones. The slowness Confucius speaks of is not an excuse for idleness. It refers to the pace, not the cessation of effort. The emphasis is on the journey's continuity. Small, consistent steps taken daily compound over time into significant achievements. Now consider the second, crucial part. As long as you do not stop. This is where the guarantee truly lies. It's about perseverance, tenacity, and the unwavering commitment to your chosen direction, even when progress feels imperceptible. Obstacles will arise, doubts will surface. There will be days when motivation wanes. This is natural. The rule acknowledges this implicitly. The key is not to avoid these challenges, but to continue moving forward, even if it's just one tiny step despite them. Think about learning a new skill, a language, an instrument, a craft. In the beginning, progress can feel incredibly slow, even frustrating. Many give up at this stage, but those who persist, who practice regularly even for short periods, inevitably improve. They do not stop. This Confucian principle is deeply connected to self-cultivation. Each act of persistence, each refusal to give up, strengthens your character. Success, in this view, is not just an external outcome, but also an internal transformation, the development of resilience and resolve. The guarantee isn't magical, it's logical. If you are consistently moving towards a destination and you never stop moving towards it, you will eventually reach it, or at least make significant progress. The only way to fail this rule is to stop. Consider a journey. If you take even one step forward each day, after a year you will have taken 365 steps. This might seem slow, but compare it to someone who takes 1,000 steps one day and then stops for a month. Consistency outpaces sporadic intensity. This ancient rule requires clarity of purpose. To not stop, you must know where you are going. Confucius emphasized the importance of having well-defined goals, rooted in virtue and contributing to the common good. A worthy aim fuels persistence. What does success mean in this context? It's not just about wealth or fame, though those might be outcomes. For Confucius, true success involved personal virtue, harmonious relationships, and contributing positively to society. The rule applies to these deeper aims too. The beauty of this rule is its accessibility. It doesn't require extraordinary talent or resources. It requires ordinary qualities applied extraordinarily consistently: patience, discipline, and perseverance. These are within reach for everyone. When you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of a task, remember the first part. It does not matter how slowly you go. Break the task down into the smallest possible steps. Focus only on the very next step, then take it, and then the next. This rule builds profound self-trust. Each time you persist despite difficulty, you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can rely on your own commitment. This inner strength becomes a powerful asset in all areas of life. Confucius taught that the superior person is modest in speech but exceeds in actions. This rule embodies that. It's not about grand pronouncements of what you will do, but about the quiet, diligent, daily work of doing it. The guarantee also comes from the fact that continuous effort allows for continuous learning and adaptation. As you keep moving, you gather feedback, refine your approach, and become more skillful. Stopping halts this vital learning process. Think of a writer working on a novel. Some days only a paragraph is written. Other days pages flow. The key is showing up to the desk consistently. The novel doesn't write itself. It's built word by word, day by not stopping. This rule helps overcome procrastination. The thought of a huge task can be paralyzing, but the thought of taking just one small step, however slow, is manageable. And once you start, momentum often builds. The key is to simply begin and then not stop. This principle applies to personal development too. Want to become more patient, more learned, more compassionate? Practice these virtues consistently in small ways every day. Don't stop practicing and growth is assured. The modern world often glorifies speed and instant results. Confucius reminds us of a more ancient, enduring wisdom, the power of steadfastness. True achievement is rarely a sprint. It is a marathon, run with consistent pace and unwavering will. When you feel like giving up, when the goal seems impossibly far, recall this rule. Ask yourself, can I take just one more step, however small? Usually, the answer is yes, and that one step is all that's needed to keep the guarantee alive. This commitment to not stopping cultivates discipline, and discipline, as Confucius understood, is a cornerstone of a virtuous and effective life. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. This ancient rule is not about mindlessly pushing forward. It implies mindful, deliberate progress. You are aware of your goal, you are taking steps towards it, and you are choosing to continue consciously. Consider the farmer, planting seeds, tending the soil, watering, weeding day after day, often with slow, incremental changes. But by not stopping these consistent efforts, the harvest eventually comes. This is the natural law Confucius observed. The guarantee isn't that the path will be easy. Confucius never promised that. The guarantee is that if you adhere to the principle of continuous, unwavering effort, you will progress. The difficulty is part of the journey that refines you. This rule teaches us the profound power of routine and habit. When consistent action becomes a habit, progress becomes almost automatic. You no longer rely solely on willpower, but on the established rhythm of your efforts. How can you apply this today? Choose one important goal. Identify the smallest possible action you can take towards it. Do that action. Tomorrow, do it again, or another small action. Just don't stop. This is the practice. This Confucian wisdom challenges our impatience. We live in a culture that often demands instant gratification. This rule invites us to cultivate patience and to find satisfaction in the process itself, not just the distant outcome. Success then becomes less about a final destination and more about the character you build, the discipline you cultivate, and the persistent journey itself. The person you become by not stopping is perhaps the greatest success of all. This ancient rule is like a guiding star. In moments of confusion or despair, look to it. Are you still moving, however slowly? If yes, you are on the path. If you have stopped, the invitation is simply to begin again. Confucius believed in the perfectibility of human beings through effort and learning. This rule is a practical expression of that belief. By committing to continuous progress, you are engaging in the act of self-perfection, step by step. The world may present countless distractions, urging you to switch paths or give up. This rule is an anchor. It reminds you that your power lies in your steadfastness, your loyalty to your chosen course of action. So the guarantee is not external, it's internal. It's guaranteed by your commitment, your perseverance. It's a promise you make to yourself and uphold through your actions, inspired by this timeless wisdom. This principle also helps in overcoming the fear of failure. If the focus is on continuous effort rather than immediate perfection, then setbacks become learning opportunities on the journey, not reasons to stop. When you consistently apply this rule, you'll find that slowly often doesn't feel slow for long. Momentum builds, skills improve, and what once seemed arduous becomes more fluid and natural. The key is to get through the initial slow phase without stopping. Confucius was deeply concerned with order in the self, in the family, in the state. This rule brings order to our efforts towards a goal. It replaces chaotic, sporadic attempts with a steady, methodical, and therefore more powerful approach. The choice to not stop is made daily, sometimes hourly. It's a continuous recommitment. Each time you choose to take that next small step, you reinforce the habit of perseverance and strengthen your resolve. This ancient rule is a testament to the power of human will and consistent effort. It tells us that our destiny is not solely dictated by fate or talent, but significantly shaped by our own unwavering application. Consider the power of compound interest in finance. Small, regular contributions grow into a substantial sum over time. This Confucian rule is like compound interest for your personal growth and achievement. Each small effort builds upon the last. The moments when you most want to stop are often the moments just before a breakthrough. Remembering this rule can give you the strength to push through that final resistance and emerge stronger on the other side. This wisdom is not about achieving success for selfish gain alone. Confucius emphasized that personal development should lead to better service to one's family and community. The disciplined effort benefits more than just the individual. Don't be discouraged by the perceived slowness. What matters is the direction and the continuity of movement. A ship moving slowly but steadily towards its port will arrive, while a faster ship that loses its way or stops will not. This rule is an antidote to the all-or-nothing mentality that often derails progress. It tells us that something, consistently, is infinitely more powerful than everything, sporadically, or nothing at all. Each day you apply this rule, you are voting for the person you wish to become and the goals you wish to achieve. Your actions are your affirmations. Consistency makes these affirmations undeniable. This principle isn't just for grand ambitions. It applies to improving habits, learning, relationships, and personal well-being. Any area where you desire growth can benefit from slow, steady, and persistent effort. The guarantee in this rule is not that you will achieve your specific goal exactly as envisioned, because circumstances change. The guarantee is that you will achieve growth, progress, and a profound sense of self-mastery. If you find yourself having stopped, don't waste energy on regret. Confucius also said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." The rule invites you to simply resume your journey from where you are. This rule fosters a deep respect for the process. We often focus only on the outcome, but Confucius teaches us that the way we conduct ourselves on the journey with diligence and persistence is as important as reaching the destination. Think of this rule as your silent, steadfast companion. It doesn't shout or demand, but gently reminds you of the power within your own consistent choices. It is a source of quiet confidence. The commitment to not stopping builds incredible mental fortitude. It trains your mind to persevere through discomfort, to delay gratification, and to stay focused on long-term aims, all essential qualities for any significant achievement. Success born from this rule is often more sustainable because it's built on a solid foundation of learned skills, disciplined habits, and proven resilience, rather than luck or a momentary advantage. Embrace the slowness when needed. It allows for reflection, for deeper learning, for savoring the small victories along the way. Rushing can make us miss the valuable lessons embedded in the journey itself. And embrace the do not stop with unwavering resolve. This is your commitment to yourself, to your potential, to the goals that give your life meaning and direction. It is the active ingredient in this ancient recipe for success. This rule doesn't mean you can't rest or take breaks. Rest is essential for sustained effort. Not stopping means not abandoning the overall journey, not giving up on the ultimate direction. It's about resuming after rest always. The wisdom of Confucius is timeless because it speaks to fundamental aspects of human endeavor. This rule, simple as it sounds, addresses the very core of how we achieve anything worthwhile, through persistent, dedicated action. Let this rule be a source of calm in a chaotic world. When things feel overwhelming, when progress seems impossible, return to this simple truth. Keep moving, however slowly, and do not stop. The path will unfold. The guarantee isn't just about reaching an external goal. It's the guarantee that if you live by this principle, you will live a life of purpose, discipline, and continuous growth. And that in itself is profound success. This approach cultivates humility. You understand that great things are built not by sudden genius alone, but by patient, often unglamorous, consistent work. This keeps ego in check and fosters respect for the process. This rule is empowering because it places the locus of control firmly within you. External circumstances may vary, but your choice to continue, to take that next step, is always yours. Many people overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can do in a year or a decade of consistent effort. This rule helps recalibrate that perspective, focusing on long-term accumulation of small wins. When you adopt this Confucian principle, you are joining a lineage of individuals throughout history who have achieved great things not through flashes of brilliance, but through steadfast, unwavering dedication to their craft or cause. The guarantee is this: consistent input inevitably leads to output. Persistent cause generates effect. If the cause is your continuous effort towards a worthy goal, the effect will be progress and, ultimately, a form of success. So if you seek a path to success that is grounded, reliable, and within your power to implement, look no further than this ancient rule from Confucius. Let it guide your steps and shape your endeavors. This is not just philosophy. It's a practical strategy for living a more effective and fulfilling life. The commitment to not stopping is a commitment to your own potential. The journey of 1,000 miles, as another ancient saying goes, begins with a single step. Confucius adds the crucial corollary and continues by never ceasing to take the next one. Embrace this rule, write it down, reflect on it, most importantly, live it. Let the quiet power of consistent, deliberate action transform your aspirations into realities. This is the essence of the ancient rule that guarantees success: unwavering perseverance in the pursuit of a worthy goal. It is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit when aligned with consistent action. The core message is simple: success is not an accident, nor is it reserved for a chosen few. It is the natural outcome of persistent, focused effort, available to anyone willing to commit to the journey without stopping. By embracing this Confucian wisdom, you shift from passively wishing for success to actively, methodically building it, one deliberate step at a time. This proactive stance is itself a mark of profound personal power. Remember, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Let these words be a comfort in times of struggle and a steady guide on your path to achieving what truly matters to you. This ancient rule is your invitation to cultivate patience, discipline, and an unshakable belief in the power of your own consistent efforts. It's a path to success that also builds character and inner peace. What one small step will you take today and continue taking to move towards your aspirations? The power of this ancient rule is activated the moment you begin and sustained as long as you persist. Thank you for exploring this timeless wisdom. May the principle of consistent, unwavering progress illuminate your path and lead you to the success you seek, both within and without.